adjust your position, and that should be done in the beginning, and then once you have adjusted and you have found your sweet spot, you should not move. So you should move only on two conditions. If you want to go deep into the posture, if you want to remove any props or you want to adjust any props to go deeper, only then you should move. And you should only move if there is any kind of a pinching sensation, a sharp or a pinching sensation. If it is a throbbing kind of a sensation where you know that there is some kind of opening, some kind of muscle and tissue opening which is happening, then you should not disturb yourself or distract yourself. So stay in this position, bring your chin down towards the chest. Your arms are in either side of your body with your palms facing up. There is a gentle softness on your face, and it's important that we learn to relax. We have been so conditioned to constantly be on the move, to do a little more. Thode mein zyada milna chahiye. That is how we live our lives, even while doing yoga. In that 1 hour, we try to push ourselves a lot. So it's a very fine line on how much you should push yourself and where you should take a back step. And we should all understand this fine line, and then we should tread on that carefully. For today's session, you're not pushing yourself at all. Deeply restorative. Just settle down. Press the back of the head a little more firmly on the ground. Press the back of the shoulders a little more on the floor. Press your upper back, mid back, lower back. Press your hips and try to bring the knees as further down as possible. See if you're resisting the opening of the knees. That should not happen. In today's class, you're not asked to powerfully bring the knees down. You're just asked to be there and to surrender. Surrender is the buzzword, is the key word in today's class. So you need to let go, you need to surrender. So notice while you're here, are you limiting yourself by holding back? Can you not let go? Can you not trust the process? And can you not let go? So notice if you are trying to hold the knees up, because if you open the knees out a little more, you might feel a sharp sensation in the inner thighs. Take support. Take support in the form of blocks, cushions, pillows under your thighs, so that you can support your knees on that, and then you can just let go of your lower body completely. By now you are in a comfortable position, so you don't need to move, and you can bring your complete attention to your body, staying connected to the music and my voice, so that you don't sleep, but your deeper connection is with your own body today. As I mentioned in the beginning, today you are communicating with your body. And as we all know, communication is not a one-way thing. You talk to your body and you also listen to your body. So the listening part has to be highlighted. Yoga is all about deeply connecting to yourself. You start with your body. You connect with your body. And then with practice, over a period of time, you start connecting to the energy in the body, in the form of the breath. And then you start connecting to the voice inside. The voice inside is the guiding voice. It is always telling us what is good for us. It is always guiding us in the right direction. The only problem is we are not connected to it. We are so engrossed with what's happening around us, with the sounds and the noises around us, that somewhere this voice gets lost, the inner voice or the inner wisdom. We don't pay attention to that. So use today's class to build that connection again. And when you go in, when you go deeper, there might be a lot of things, a lot of emotions which we have muffled inside. Those will come up on the surface. And if that makes you emotional, if that becomes overwhelming, let it be. If the tears roll out, let it happen. Don't push them inside again. Remember, today's class is also a purification process. So there could be a lot of release. You will have to allow that to happen. Everybody together, take a long deep breath in and breathe out. Take another long deep breath in. The track which is playing is one of my favorite tracks. Breathe out. One last time, take a long deep breath in. Feel the breath in your body. And then as you exhale out, completely connect to the exhalation. Don't do it mindlessly. Now take your hands on either side of the knees. We are coming out of the posture slowly and gently. And just bring the knees together. Bring the knees together. Your feet are still on the mat, on the floor, and your knees are pointing up to the ceiling. Now draw both the knees into your chest, just to release the stretch in your inner thighs. Lift both your feet up, draw both your knees into your chest, and wrap your hands around your legs. Just stay here. Feel the weight of your body giving a nice release to your back, a good release to the hips, the inner thighs. And now continue holding on to the right knee and go ahead and stretch your left leg forward and you bring your left leg down on the mat. Feel that nice, beautiful, deep hip stretch. Your hands are still holding on to the right knee. Your shoulders are all the way down on the floor, released and relaxed. Now you can place one block or one bolster on the left side of your body. So you can place a block or a bolster on the left side of the body. And then with your left hand, you turn the right knee to the left and you can place the knee on that bolster or on that block. Now we are doing something extra here. Your right leg is bent and it is turned on the left side. You can watch Pranayam if you don't understand. With your right hand, you bend your left leg and you hold your left ankle. In Indian, we call it cat pulling the tail. So if you don't understand, please feel free to watch Pranayam once. And then you rotate the right hand to bring it down so that the right shoulder is on the floor. And you can hold the foot with the palm facing up. Your right palm can be facing up. You can hold the foot from under instead of holding it from the top. So you take your hand under the left foot and you hold the left foot from under so that the palm is facing up to the ceiling, and that will help you to ground your shoulder a little bit more. So, Shraddha, I'll guide you because you cannot see what Pranita is doing. I'll guide you. So your right knee is on the pillow on the left side. Very good. Now with your right hand, hold your left ankle. Mama, that is your right ankle. Hold your left ankle, sweetie. Yes. Itna we don't communicate and surrender. Be with me. Good. So cat pulling the tail. So what is the tail? Your left leg. And you're trying to pull the left leg completely towards the right side, getting a deep stretch. And you turn your head to the right side, which beautifully Renu is doing. Very nice. And now connect to the sensations in the body. If your right knee is not pressing on a block, use two blocks. Your right knee should press on some surface so that you don't have to bother that it is hanging in the air. And that will help you to ground. Very nice, everybody. Beautiful. Now from here, I don't want anybody to move, please. All the initial adjustments have been done. You have understood the pose. So stay. So you're giving a mild twist to the spine while you're working on opening up the hip area. It might not immediately feel very comfortable. You have to make it comfortable by staying in the pose for some time. But having said that, when you stay in a pose for a little longer, the intensity also grows. It goes deeper. But that is where we are going today. Deeper. Deeper than the muscles, into the deep tissues, into the connective tissues, in a very restorative way. So we are making our body a little more flexible. We are opening up the body a little bit more, but not by using our muscular energy at all. Just by using the gravitational force, which is working on the body when we stay in the posture for long. And now the surrender. So notice if you're holding yourself back, you can go deep into the pose by surrendering totally and completely into the pose. There. Smile. Relax. Tell me one good reason what is stopping you from smiling right now. Yes, the discomfort maybe, but just overcome that and smile. Flash a big smile on your faces and see how that emotion radiates beautifully in your body, helping you to release a little further. Allow the breath to be nice, long and deep. And now turn the knee a little more. Stack your right hip completely on the left hip. Turn your hips a little more, Nanda, so that your right knee will come down a little bit more. Roll the hip a little more, so that your spine finds a little more twist also. Yes, very nice. Another 10 seconds. Aditya, see if you want to drop your head to the left side, or to the right side, sorry. If you want to turn a little more. If that's a pretty uncomfortable on the neck, then you can bring it back to the center. So just explore the possibility. Don't just write it off in the beginning that no, I can't do it. Explore the possibilities. For all you know, you might be able to do much more than you think you can. And that's the beauty of this class. Take a long deep breath in and breathe out. Wonderful. Slowly come out of the pose, turn back to the center. And once again, bring both the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around the knees, taking a little releasing posture before we do the second side. Lift your feet up, bring your knees to the chest, and wrap your arms around both the legs. Wonderful. Relax your shoulders down. Chin is towards your chest so that the back of the neck is long. Now let's do the same thing with the other side, holding on to your left leg. Stretch your right leg forward. Right leg all the way down onto the floor. Bring your prop on the right side, because now you know that you need to stack it on the prop. Now turn your hip. With your right hand, bring your left knee down on the right side. Make sure that your left knee is on a prop. Maybe on one side you will need more props than the other. This imbalance is there in all of us. And now fold and bend your right leg and grab hold of your right foot with your left hand. Your left palm should be facing up. So you hold the foot from under, not from the top, so that you have a nice external rotation in your left shoulder. Beautiful. The head ideally turned on the left, but if that is too much for the neck, you can keep it on the center. Make sure that your knee is pressing down on a surface. And if you want, you can pull the right knee a little more closer to the left side, a little more to the left. So your left leg is going to the right and your right leg is moving to the left. So you can pull it a little more, cat pulling its tail. So you can pull that tail a little more to the opposite side, but only if it works for you. Keep monitoring the resistance given by your body. And if there is a very sharp resistance, then don't pull it too much, too fast. And now no movements, please. Stay in the posture, breathe. Now that you know the position and you're a little more settled, Kanishma, can you not get pillows, cushions from your house? I'm sure you have something so that you can place the knee on that, please, because you will be needing it in later and more postures. So please bring your props as it was already mentioned in the message. Sarah, Premlata, Rajesh, iPhone, Sri Lekya, if you switch on your videos, Nina, I can help you. Any kind of feedback that will be needed, I can give you. Stay and connect to the breath. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Keep inhaling and exhaling till 3 seconds. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Continue breathing in this manner. You can increase the count of the breath if you want, but keep the ratio of your inhalation and your exhalation same, equal. So if you're inhaling for 3, exhale for 3. If you're exhaling for 4, exhale for 4. Do this for the next 5 breaths, starting from now, keeping a gentle expression on your face, keeping the face completely relaxed. Surrender. Surrender completely. Do not hold. Just let go. Gravity is pulling the different parts of the body towards itself. Allow that to happen. Stay connected to the breath, to the length of the breath, to the movement of the breath. The sensations in the body will draw its attention towards itself. It's okay. You can acknowledge it and then you can come back to the breath. Very beautiful. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And now let it slowly come out of the pose. Release slowly. Don't rush. Once you are back onto the center. Now this time you're going to keep the feet on the mat. Separate your feet mat width apart. Stretch your hands out on either side, making a T shape. Feet are on the floor, Shanda. Feet hip width apart or mat width apart. No, bending your legs, Shanda. Knees pointing up to the ceiling. Legs are bent. And now drop both the knees on the right side. Your hands are stretched out to the sides. Pranita, stretch your hands sideways. Yes. And both the knees on the right and both the knees on the left, keeping your feet way apart. So just keep moving a little bit. Keep the feet on the floor. Don't raise the feet up. Yes. And just move the knees to the sides, releasing your hips, releasing your spine. Do that 2 or 3 times. And then once you roll on the right side, completely roll your body on the right and come up to a seated. Come up to a seated. Now you're going to stretch your left leg forward and your right sole of the foot at your left thigh. Now 2-3 options to bend forward. Today I don't want you to push yourself to bend forward. If you know that you are very limited with your forward bend, you can use a chair in the front and then just rest your head on the chair. So Pranita can demonstrate that with the chair and then she'll show you also with the block. So you can see what is more comfortable for you and then you can do accordingly. So you can keep your left leg under, right leg under the left leg under the chair, sorry. And your left leg, right leg is bent. Sorry about the right and the left, guys. Yeah, so she's showing you this is a better view. And then from there, you can just lean forward. You can rest your hands and then you can stay here. If you feel that your back is not ready to go further forward, especially for people who have any kind of back issues. If you have a healthy back, then go a little bit more forward. Now she's going to show you with the blocks. So you can place 2 blocks, one standing tall in the 3rd height, and the second one resting on that. And then you can move the block forward, and then you can bend forward. Today, you don't have to bother where your spine is extended, straight, or rounded. It can be a rounded spine, that's okay. But Neha, see, your left leg is diagonally out. It should be straight. Your left ankle should be in front of the left hip. So it should be straight. It should not be diagonally out. So just ensure that. And everybody do on the same side. So bend your right leg and keep your left leg straight. Sharda, do on the same side, everybody. Good. Settle down. At some point in the session, you might want to increase the height. So if you're on the chair, you might want to go a little further forward. If you're with the bolster, you might want to slide the bolster slightly low. If you're using 2 blocks, you might want to use 1 block. Press your left leg firmly and bend forward and down. Try not to grab hold of the leg today. Just keep the hands on the floor and bend forward. Use more props if there is any kind of a strain on the neck. If your head is bending forward more than the chest, use more props, use a chair, and learn to lean forward from the hip. I think I have given enough instructions for this pose, so just be in the pose and settle down. Your hands on either side of the leg, with either your palms on the floor, or some of you, if you can reach, also the elbows on the floor. See that you are not overstraining the neck by dropping the head much more than the rest of the body. Settle down completely. You don't have to engage your left leg. You don't have to flex the foot. Just stay there, breathe, and allow gravity to open up your body. Notice a deep stretch under the left leg. The hamstrings, the glutes are getting a beautiful stretch. And remember the key word, surrender. Don't pull yourself down. Allow that to happen slowly, gradually. With every exhalation, you find yourself leaning forward a little more. Just one checkpoint, because I can see a lot of you doing it wrong. Your left heel and the left hip should be in a straight line. Don't take the leg diagonally out. It should be stretched forward straight. So just ensure that you are in the correct position. Just be, just breathe, just relax. Your shoulders relax, your hands are relaxed. Send your pelvis back and your spine forward. And make your body learn to hinge from the hip. Another 30 seconds. We'll do the breath work on the other side. Keep your jaws relaxed. See that there is a little gap between the teeth, between the lips. Your eyes are gently closed. Those of you on the chair, see if you can push the chair a little more away from the body so that you can lean forward a little bit more. No other adjustment is needed. Or whatever props you have, just slide it forward so that you can lean forward a little bit more. Instead of focusing on going down, focus on leaning forward. Last 10 seconds. Feel that deep work in your body. And it is a different sensation from what you experience Monday to Friday. Because today the stretch has gone deep into your tissues, which are more plastic in nature. Muscles are elastic in nature. The deeper tissues are more plastic. So the more plastic a tissue is, you have to apply force slowly and gradually. Muscles like movement. So you move a lot to make your muscles more elastic, more supple. But to make your deeper plastic tissues more supple, more open, you have to stay in the posture longer, and you need to exert very calculated pressure and force. You just don't push yourself into the pose. So if you understand this concept, then your Saturday classes would be a beautiful experience. But if you treat your Saturday classes like Monday to Friday, then you have just missed the point. And doing the Saturday sessions will definitely improve your flexibility, will give you more range of movement in the physical body. But more than the physical body, it is very, very restorative and relaxing for the mind, and a very good space to improve the quality of your breath, which some of you might already be experiencing. And now very slowly, let's start to come out of the pose. Whoa. Come out of it very gently. Remove all the props, fold the legs, keep your feet on the mat with your feet apart, knee pointing up to the ceiling. Take your hands back, and like the windshield wipers, just drop the knee to the right and to the left. Staying in seated, just lean back and drop the knees on the right and the left. Just releasing, doing a little release before we take the second side. Anita, watch what Pranita is doing. What you're doing is also good, but what Pranita is doing would be a little more beneficial. So take your feet wider. Anita, ready? Take your feet wider and drop the knees. See what Pranita is doing. Yes, and drop the knees on one side. Both the knees on the same side. Yes, so that your spine also gets a little twist. Exactly. And now take the second side. So now you're stretching your right leg forward. Left leg is folded with your left foot at the sole of your right inner thigh. Take your time to get into the pose. If you're using a chair, you can slide the chair closer to you. If you're using any other prop, you know what to do now. Remember, your left foot should not go under the right thigh. It should be beside the right thigh. And then remember, you should not drop your head more than the rest of the body. You should learn to lean forward. It's a forward bend, it's not a down bend. So learn to hinge from the hip and to go forward. Use more props in the beginning, and then slowly, when your body starts adapting to the shape that you are in, then you can start removing a few props, or you can start sending the props forward so that you can lean forward a little more. But in the beginning, do only 60% of what you can actually do. The rest 40%, you gradually surrender and sink into. Just be, relax. Himanshi, I feel you need more props because there's a lot of strain at the back of the neck. So keep your head and your body. You don't feel it, but as I see it, I know that you are straining somewhere inside, okay? So use more props, use more props. And try to bring the chest down. Yes, this is better. Chin away from the chest, all of you. Yes, keep the neck long. Beautiful. Face is soft, relaxed, smiling. And now whenever you're on your exhalation is whenever you're on your forward bends are feeded or your forward bends are assisted with your exhalation. The better your exhalation, the deeper your forward bends. So now the breathing that we are going to focus on is 1:2 ratio. So if you're breathing in for a count of 3, breathe out for a count of 6 ideally, but many of us might not be able to reach 6 seconds long exhalation. Even if your exhalation is 4 or 5, it is good. So make your exhalation a little more longer than the inhalation, because your forward bends are made better with your exhalation. There is a natural exhale which happens when you want to bend forward. So when you're exhaling longer and deeper, it will help you to be in your forward bends in a better way. And as I always say, exhalations are the relaxing part of the breath. Inhalations are the energizing part of the breath. And whenever you're doing a forward bend, you are relaxing, you are surrendering, you are letting go. So doing longer exhalation makes it even more better. So just let go, surrender. Today you don't have to bother whether your spine is extended, your legs are engaged or not. You don't want. You just want to be in a forward bend. You want to release, you want to surrender. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Completely relaxing the hands and the shoulders. Your hands are stretched forward. You are not holding back with your hands. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time that you exhale, try to inch yourself forward a little more. At this point, if you want, you can move your prop slightly forward, because I'm sure the body is ready to go a little further, a little deeper. Notice how beautifully the body adapts to where you want it to be. The inflexibility is always in the mind. The body is always ready. So we need to work on the mind level. The problem is the modern day yoga is oriented only towards the physical body. But if we don't bring the mind element in our practice, you will stay where you are, you'll get stuck. So visualize your ideal pose in your mind, where you want to be, and believe in it sincerely and strongly. And trust me, slowly, the body tissues and the body parts will adapt for you to be in that position as you have visualized. But of course, you need to work towards it. It will not happen only by visualization. Visualization is that supporter, is that aid which will help you to go further. At this point where we are surrendering and letting go with our body, I would request all of you to bring in one thought, one emotion which has been bothering you a lot. Maybe since past few days, past few weeks, months, or maybe since a long time. Bring it to that surface. anything which has been really playing in your mind, which has been bothering you. It can be your health, your spouse's health, your children's future, your work, anything which has been bothering you. We have been conditioned not to deal with it. We just push it deep into our subconscious because we do not want to go through that reality which causes us a lot of pain. But today in this session, I would want you to bring it up on the surface. Deal with it. Face it. Whatever has been bothering you, bring it to the surface and tell yourself, with my exhalation, I'm letting that go. I'm sowing the seed, telling myself that this shall pass. Whatever is troubling me, whatever is bothering me, it shall pass. It will get resolved. And say it in your mind with a lot of conviction. Believe in it sincerely. And trust me, it will happen. It will get resolved. But you have to confront it. Don't just keep pushing it deep down into your subconscious. Beautiful, everybody. Take a long, deep breath in. And slowly and gently start to come out of the nose. Take your time. Once again, do the release like we did for the first side. Hold your legs slowly and gently. Feet on the mat, knees pointing up to the ceiling. Your hands go back. You lean back, and then you drop your knees on the right and on the left. Like the windshield wipers in the car, you're moving your knees to the right and left, releasing any kind of discomfort from the hip, from the back. Beautiful, everything. And now you're going to stretch your legs out to the sides. Dragonfly, as we call it in Indian. So you stretch both the legs out to the sides. And Pranita is showing you a good way to be in the pose. You can use the blocks. Both the legs to the sides on either side, Pranita. Both your legs, please. Yes. So you're going to spread the legs out wide. Now she's going to place the blocks under her elbows. So just see this. Any height of the block that is comfortable for you. And then you can press your elbows on the block and then lean forward. If you have a third prop, you can bring it under the head if needed. Otherwise, you just lean forward and be there. Okay? So this is a very good way to practice your dragonfly pose. And in case if you don't need the blocks under your elbows, if you're pretty flexible, then you can take a bolster and you can rest your head on that bolster. But this is for somebody who's a little more challenged in this posture. So now Pranita is also demonstrating. If you're pretty flexible, you can either just bring your elbows on the bolster also, and you can just bring the head on the bolster, or you can place a block on the bolster. Can you show this also, Pranita? So you have a bolster and a block on the bolster. Bolster is horizontal, the other way. Now you can bring your elbows on the bolster and you can rest your head on the block. So this is one way also. So I'm giving you various options. Choose, try, see what works best for you. Yeah, I would suggest that you take the props slightly more forward. So take the props forward. Yes, now lean forward. So instead of bending forward, your body will understand how to lean forward. Yes. Yeah, now the difficulty. Yes. But lean forward. That is where your inner thighs are working. Okay. Now everybody settle into the pose, please. If you're feeling a deep stretch in your inner thighs, that is exactly it will work. A little bit into the outer hip area also. And because you're leaning forward, you will feel a little sensation in the lower back. So I'm just letting you know, because if you're feeling the sensation in these areas of the body, that is where it's going to work. Sakshi, if you can spread your legs out a little more wider. Ah, mummy. Yes, but that is where you need to be. Yes, 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 I can understand. Stay and breathe. Lean forward. Nice. You don't have to engage the legs. Your toes can just be in any direction it wants to be. Give them the freedom and surrender. Let go. Your body will take a little while to completely release. So give it that time. Face is soft and relaxed. And we go back to the breath in the ratio 1:2. And this time when you breathe in and then breathe out, you're going to add a little bit more. You're going to add these sentences which you'll be repeating in your mind. Breathing in, I smile as I breathe in. Breathing out, I'm happy as I breathe out. So every time that you breathe in and you breathe out, you're going to say these sentences in your mind. And these sentences, mind you, are not mere words. You're feeling the words and the sentences. So do it with a lot of feeling. As you inhale, I smile as I breathe in. I am happy as I breathe out. Keep repeating these positive statements in your mind till it becomes a reality. So I smile as I breathe in, and I'm happy as I breathe out. I smile as I breathe in. I am happy as I breathe out. 10 breaths from now. 1. I smile as I breathe in. 1. I smile as I breathe out. 2. I smile as I breathe in. 2. I smile as I breathe out. Continue. You're allowed to move only if you want to reduce the props or release the props. Gravity is working on your body. You will find yourself going forward and down little by little. You might want to remove your props. I smile as I breathe in. I am happy as I breathe out. I smile as I breathe in. I am happy as I breathe out. The sensations in the body sometimes can be very overwhelming. If it gets overwhelming, breathe out through the mouth. So you will inhale through the nose. Exhale out, open your mouth. You can do it now. You can do it whenever you need. So that is an added release with the breath. For the first timers, yes, it can get very overwhelming because we are holding the postures for long. But trust me, throughout the day, you will feel an added lightness, a spring in your body because of this deep tissue release that we are doing. Just trust the process. Beautiful, guys. Very nice. Let's prepare to come out of the pose slowly. Take your hands under the knees. Support your legs. Oh, mummy, amma, mummy. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Take your hands under the knees. Draw the feet close to each other. And this time you bring your knees to the chest. Hug yourselves. Give yourselves a nice good hug. When was the last time you really loved yourself? Some of us love yourself every second. But you know, some of us, we just don't love ourselves enough. We just keep waiting for somebody else to love us. That won't happen, boss. That happens only a few months in your courtship period. After that, that love goes out of the window. So learn to love yourself more and more. Give yourselves a tight, big hug. Relax yourselves. And let's come into the last posture in seated. Butterfly, Baddha Konasana, but in a diamond shape. So your usual Baddha Konasana, okay, let's do it this way. It will be easy for you to understand. Stretch both the legs forward. Stretch both your legs forward. And now just bring the soles of the feet together. Just touch the soles of the feet together, but don't bring the soles of the feet together close to the body. Keep the legs extended forward. That's nice. No, Pranita. So you are in diamond. Knees to the side as in Baddha Kon, but your feet are not close to the body. Yes, that's good. Yeah, keep the feet forward. Yeah. Please excuse us because we had not gone through the sequence, so sometimes she doesn't know what I'm talking. Yes. And now bend forward and down. You can take your bolster. Now I can see you better. That's perfect. Yes. Now, 3 things you can do here. So don't keep the feet apart. Keep the feet together. Keep your feet together. Touch the soles of the feet. Touch, touch, touch. Yes, yes. Good. Good touching. Now you can keep 2 blocks on either side of the knees and you can press your knees on that. You can press it on either side of the thighs. And then you bend forward and you can take a bolster or a block and you can rest on that. You can even increase the height of the bolster like Pranita is showing. And then you can rest your head on that. You can even bring the chair closer and you can rest your head on the chair. Okay, so various options. But see that you are not completely in Baddha Kon where your feet are too close to the body. Your feet are away from the body. Yes. And then lean forward. Wonderful. This is an excellent posture for people with any kind of moon cycle issues, fibroids, PCOD, PCOS. Good. Just let go, surrender. And notice how your forward bend has improved. Few more seconds. If you're still adjusting, it's okay. Take your time to find the most suitable position in this shape of your body. Because once then you are adjusted, then don't move very often. The whole key for today's practice is you get into the pose and then you stay so that the deeper tissues start to work. If every time you're adjusting, you're moving, then the whole purpose is denied. Long deep breaths, maybe exhalations through the mouth from time to time.
Deepam devadayanidhi pashupate hritkalpitam grahiyatam sauvarnena bharatna khandarachite patre ghratam payasam.
See what you can do to be more relaxed in this shape, in this position. Not only physically, but also emotionally, mentally. What is it that you can do to find that sweet spot in this position and to just surrender and to let go? At this point, now that you have let go, something that had been bothering you, if you have not let it go, you still have the chance to let it go. Create that space inside you to usher in something new, something beautiful. In most of the places in the country, we have just celebrated the New Year. Have we truly understood the relevance of the New Year? Or are we just caught up in the rituals that we do? The New Year brings in a fresh beginning, a new start. It's an opportunity, it is a chance to let go. Something which we've been holding on in the past, which no longer serves us. It is an opportunity to bring about some new changes in our lives. That should be the relevance and the importance of the New Year. But somewhere we miss the main point and we just get caught up in the endless rituals. Rituals are not bad, I don't deny them. But all of these things which we believe in, which we celebrate, all the offerings, they have a deeper meaning. We need to understand them, we need to practice them so that we can change our lives to become better in whatever we are, in whatever way we can. So after letting go something which has been bothering you, if you have any wish, desire, sow the seed of that right now in the practice. So whatever is your wish, your goal, your desire, which comes to you instantly at the moment now, repeat it. Say it in your mind with full conviction, with full belief and complete sincerity. Sow the seed of that. And then seal it with your breath. Remember, the words have power, and you need to believe in every word that you're saying in your mind. Seal your resolve with your breath. Seal your sankalpa with your breath. Breathe deeply, and with the exhalation, lean forward a little more, moving yourself towards gravity, letting go, surrendering. Two things I personally always believe in, and that helps me ride difficult situations in my life. Two sentences. This too shall pass. And the other one, the universe always says yes. You keep cribbing. You keep questioning. You keep complaining. This is not there, that is not there, this is not happening. The universe is saying yes. And you keep saying, yes, I am happy. Yes, I am healthy. Yes, I can do this. The universe says yes. These are the two phrases, two sentences, which helps me always in difficult situations. We all go through them. We all have to go through them. But it's how you go through them. So these are these two empowering phrases, personally to me, which empowers me to ride any difficult situation. This too shall pass. And the other one, the universe always says yes. Slowly let's come out of the pose. Let's get into the last position, after which we will sit for pranayam today. After all the forward bends that we've done, we'll do one counter pose, supported fish pose, Matsyasana. A beautiful posture, especially if you have a bolster. You keep the bolster horizontal, in line with the short end of your mat. The chest is on the bolster, the hip is down, The shoulders are behind the bolster. It's a supported fish pose. Yes, Pranita, you're doing right. Just lean on that bolster. No, lean back a little more so that your complete shoulders are behind the bolster. So move back more. Yes. So the chest is the most elevated part of your body. Don't keep the bolster under the lower back. You have to keep the bolster more under the chest. If you have a pillow, you can actually fold the pillow so that you create a shape like a bolster. You can use a foam roller, as I can see Devi is using. You can use a foam roller, you can use a bolster. And Shubhangi, the hand has to go behind the bolster. Why are you coming up with a jerk? No, you can keep your arms bent. So move your body a little more behind. Yes. Move your body a little more back, Shubhangi. Then yes, that's good. Perfect. Now see the difference. Wonderful. Nice. You should have something broad in the sense with a good height, so that you can really feel the elevation. Shilpa, have you slept? Do the last posture. Do what Pranita is showing you. Good. No instructions here. Just be. Shraddha, you can also come back a little more. Or else I think it's good. No, stay. It's good. Because your chest is nicely elevated. Just draw the shoulders behind your pillows. Nice. Back of the head resting on the floor, okay? So if your bolster is too high and your chin is lifted all the way up, you can take a block under the bolster. Prapti, this is for you, but it's good. Let it be. It's not the crown of the head, but the back of the head which is on the floor. You can keep your legs apart and just release. Shilpa, take the bolster a little more higher up on the body. Yes, now lean on that. Much better. Breathe. Kavita, you might need something under the head. That could be the part that is missing. That's why you're uncomfortable. So see, if you have a block or something and you want to place it under the head, it'll be good. If your back is hurting, oh, you got a block, yeah. And if your back is hurting, you can bend your legs. You can do Sukhasana, you can do Baddha Konasana. For some of you, if your back is hurting with your legs straight, feel free to change the leg position. You can do your folded legs, you can do bent legs, you can do Baddha Konasana. Because with your back stretching like this, it might put a little strain on your lower back. What happened, Nikita? I can't hear you because you're on mute. You can type it in the message box. Relax now. Siddharati, if your back is pitching, yeah, you can do Baddha Konasana. Siddha, for you, I'll give you another posture. Fold your legs. Keep your feet apart. Keep your feet as wide as the mat. No, not like this. Yes. And drop the knees towards each other. This is very releasing for the back. Long deep breaths in and a long deep breaths out. Smooth, even breathing. A beautiful rhythm of the breaths. Notice the movement in the body as the breath moves. Very rhythmic, very even, very smooth. Like the rise and the fall of the waves in the ocean.
न जानामि चान्यत् सदाहं
Your jaws are relaxed.
शरणे
There is a softness in your facial skin. Your eyelids are
गतिस्त्वं
gently covering your eyes.
गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि
Deep relaxation.
गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं
Deep
त्वमेका
release.
भवानि विवादे विषादे
Very slowly, very gradually,
प्रभाते
come back to the body.
प्रभासे
And then slowly turning on to one side. If your legs are stretched out, you can bend
जले
it. Remove all
चानले
the props from under
पर्वते
and lie in your regular Shavasana
शक्तिमध्ये
just for a few seconds, releasing your body completely. Those with back problems, you
अरण्ये
can push the bolster under the
शरणे
knees
सदा
so that there is
मां
a nice length
प्रपाहि
in your lower back, a good traction in your lower back. The bolster can be under the knees, legs over the bolster,
गतिस्त्वं
stretched forward with the heels
गतिस्त्वं
on the floor and your legs apart.
त्वमेका
The bolster under the
भवानि
knees is a good thing to do
गतिस्त्वं
in case if you have any stress in
गतिस्त्वं
the back, even when you go
त्वमेका
to bed. So you can lie down for some time with the bolster under the knees and then you can adopt your natural sleeping position. Just for 20-30
अनाथो
seconds, let the body
दरिद्रो
release, let the body relax.
जरारोगयुक्तो महाक्षीणदीन सदा जाड्यवक्त्रा विपत्तौ प्रविष्ट प्रणष्ट सदा
Everybody together, take a long deep breath in,
गतिस्त्वं
breathe out,
त्वमेका भवानि
take another long deep breath
गतिस्त्वं
in,
गतिस्त्वं
breathe out.
त्वमेका भवानि
Once more, go ahead and take a long deep breath in
गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं
and breathe out.
त्वमेका
Good. Bring your knees to the chest, wrap your arms around the legs. Lift your feet up, pull your knees to the chest and wrap your arms around the legs. If you want, you can just rock gently side to side, giving a soft massage to the tissues in your lower back. And then slowly you can start leaning to one side, turn to your right side and come up to a seated. The next 15 minutes, we will be practicing pranayam. If you need back support, feel free to go against a wall and sit against a wall. Feel free to sit on the chair, but by now the body might be really loose and relaxed also. But having said that, if you need to sit on a chair, feel free to sit on the chair. Otherwise, simply take a back support if needed, or else sit up straight. Elevate your hips slightly. So, Pranita will show you. You can sit on the bolster at the front edge of the bolster or the block. I choose a bolster because it is softer. You can use the block also. Don't sit completely on the bolster. You sit on the front edge of the bolster with your legs crossed so that your knees are cascading down like a waterfall. So your knees are a little more lower than your hips. It sends beautiful energy into the pelvic floor and it helps to lengthen the spine naturally. Roll the shoulders back and down. Relax yourself. I give you a few more seconds to settle down. Sit straight with a straight spine. use any necessary props, supports. If you're sitting against the wall, align the back of your hips, that is your buttocks, and your complete back completely to the wall. See that you're not slanting forward with your hips forward. Keep a straight back. Eyes are gently closed. Settle down and stop moving. If you're comfortable, you can take half Padmasana or full Padmasana also. At any point of time, if you feel uncomfortable the way you're seated, very slowly, without distracting or disturbing yourself, you can change the seated position. I'm doing the same pranayam that I had recorded and shared, which is very effective to de-stress. In these times where we see people around us falling sick, and maybe we are also getting infected. One thing which really bothers us is the stress. We get stressed, and that is when the immunity does not work to its optimum. Because wherever there is stress, your immunity system gets hampered. So let us use this session not only for energizing the organs or the prana shakti, but also to help us to relax, to de-stress. So we start with 20 to 30 exhalations like we do Kapalbhati. Do it at a moderate pace. If you have never done Kapalbhati, you do active exhalation. Inhalation happens, but passively, you don't focus on it. You focus on rapid exhalation, and every time you exhale, you're drawing your abdomen in. After you do 20 or 30 exhalation, you will close your left nostril with your right hand ring finger. You will inhale through the right nostril, then close both the nostrils and hold the breath. And then you will breathe out through the left nostril. And this way we'll do 3 rounds. So let's begin. Back straight. Close your eyes. Let us first exhale out completely through both the nostrils. And now we will inhale once and we'll start exhaling rapidly like we do Kapalbhati. Everybody inhale. Start exhaling. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and release. A little pause, normal breathing. Hold the first 2 fingers of your right hand on the palm. Pranita can show the mudra, Nasikagra mudra. And use the right hand thumb and the ring finger. So now go ahead and close your ring finger with your, close your left nostril with your right hand ring finger. Inhale through the right nostril. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close both your nostrils. Hold the breath. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out slowly through the left nostril. Bring your hands down. Normal natural breathing through both the nostrils. Take a little pause before we start the second round. Both your hands down in chin mudra, the tip of the index finger and the thumb together. Let's begin the second round, 30 exhalations. Let us all inhale. Start exhaling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Relax. Nasikagra mudra in the right hand, the first 2 fingers folded on the palm. Close your left nostril with your ring finger. Inhale deeply through the right. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close your right nostril with the thumb. Both the nostrils are closed. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale out through the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring your hands down. Relax. Don't stop the breath. Your breath is flowing naturally. One last round. Again, we'll start practicing Kapalbhati through both the nostrils. Both your hands are relaxed on your knees in Chin Mudra. Let's begin. Inhale and begin. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Relax. Nasikagra Mudra. Close your left nostril. Inhale through the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale out through the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring the hands down. Normal breathing. Don't do anything, just be there and observe. Notice how you feel. Notice any changes. And now the next practice, the Nari Shodhana. Just a simple Nari Shodhana. Inhaling and exhaling in the count in the ratio 1:2. So if you breathe in for 3, you exhale for 6. If your exhalation does not last for 6, if you're exhaling out for 4 or 5, that is also fine. Nasikagra Mudra in the right hand. Start by placing your right hand thumb on the right nostril. Do it along. And now let's begin by breathing in through the left nostril. Breathe in left nostril. 1, 2, 3. Close your left nostril with the ring finger. Breathe out right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, breathe in left. 1. Sit straight, everybody. 2, 3. Breathe out right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in left. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 2 rounds on your own. Keep your elbows facing your chest. So don't lift your elbow up. Drop your elbow down. Do 2 rounds on your own. Don't be lazy. Put in that effort to do the breathing so that you can feel the changes later. Remember, you complete 1 round when you breathe out through the left. Whenever you finish your 2 rounds, you can release your hands down. You can concentrate and focus on the breath and the movement of the breath. If you're still doing it, don't rush. Take your time and complete it at your own time. Come to the last practice, the Brahmari. beautiful, beautiful practice with multiple benefits. So you can take your hands, your index finger, and just press it outside the ear, just to block the sounds from outside. At any point, if you feel that your hands are paining and you want to release your hands down, feel free to do that. So before we start the Brahmari, you will inhale. While exhaling, you will hum aloud like a bee. It need not be like you're shouting, but the humming should come from deep inside. And then don't go on humming till a point that you have to gasp for your inhalation. Do it as per your length. So till you exhale, you do the humming like a bee. And then once you want to inhale, you inhale it again. So I'll just sort of listen to me. I'll just show it once. I mean, just you have to listen because I'm not visible. So you will all inhale. Inhale. I'm not going to a point where this I have to do. Okay, you don't need to gasp for your inhalation. Okay, so just do it slowly, properly. Let's begin, everybody. Those who are used to Shanmukhi Mudra can take Shanmukhi Mudra also, or just keep the fingers closing the ears, or keep your hands down. Let's begin together and continuously do this Brahmari for 2 minutes. Let's begin. Inhale. And relax. Release your hands down. Relax, everybody. Stay with your eyes closed. And be still, absolutely still. Be still and be silent. Just learn to be. Stop doing anything. Just be completely, totally still and soak in this beautiful silence. The mind experiencing kumbhak, a thoughtless stage. This is the actual part of the pranayama. Whatever else we do are the tools and the techniques to bring us to this state of equilibrium. So if you just do the pranayama and you leave your mat, You have not done pranayam. You have just done practices, tools and techniques. And with your eyes closed now, scan your entire body from the top to the bottom and be grateful. Fill your hearts with a lot of gratitude for this beautiful body that we have, for the body through which we experience life, we experience the world. So be very grateful. Maybe for a lot of other things, but primarily for this physical body, which is so beautiful and which is helping us to really lead our lives. Bring the palms together to your heart center. We'll end the session, all of us together, by chanting Om aloud 3 times. And today, when you chant Om, chant it very mindfully. While you're bringing the palms together, be aware of the sensation of the fingers, of the palms touching each other. Even though we do it thousands of times, but today, it's like you're doing it for the first time. Be aware of the sensations. And when we chant Om, be very mindful of the vibrations and the sounds of the Om. Everybody together, inhale. Pause, relax. Again, everybody, inhale. One last time, breathe in. Rub your palms together. Give it a nice energetic rub. Create a lot of heat and sensations between the palms. And then very slowly and gently place your palms over your eyes. Open your eyes and look into the palms. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful class. Thank you so much, Pranita.